Welcome back to Real Talk with Alva Alon. In episode 15 of season 3, All the Queen's Men, things are heating up as relationships are tested and alliances are questioned. From Doc's growing feelings to Detective Davis to Trouble and Champ's risky missions, there's plenty to unpack in here tonight. Join me as we delve into the latest drama, twists and turns in the thrilling episodes. We got a lot to talk about on this episode tonight. It's Real Talk with Alva Alon again with the Hook Podcast TV, bringing you those reviews and juicy commentary on my favorite shows and movies. I give you my thoughts and predictions, and I always love to hear your comments on the episodes and movies as well. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to hang out with me each and every week. Let's get into it. Now, in the latest developments, Blue, she felt compelled to inform Dime about the club gossip surrounding her and Amp's alleged hookup. Dime, however, wrongfully suspects Amp of spilling the tea. Now, when in reality, it was the scandalous babyface who revealed the information. The tensions between Amp and Dime remains a constant, adding depth to their ongoing storyline. Now, if Amp can maintain consistency and composure, it might prove to be challenging for Dime to resist him. You know what I'm saying? So despite that, Big D is waiting for any slip up to make his move. Now, Trouble and Champ's successful mission takes a dark turn when Trouble receives her lost necklace back, signaling that someone knows their involvement. Dime continues to give Amp the silent treatment, while Trouble and Champ face a sudden anonymous abduction. The mystery just deepens, y'all, with the whereabouts of Concierge. He is still unknown as Madame Tommy and Blue brace themselves for whatever is coming their way. Best believe it's coming. And Blue out here giving knife lessons got Tommy shook up in here. Oh my goodness. So now, I also feel like the conversation that Amp and El Fuego was having, where Amp is contemplating, should he go back to his old ways or continue putting up this Mr. Nice Guy front? You know, he most likely is going to go back to his old ways. I'm just seeing that. And this may play a role in more entanglement between him, Dime, and Big D. Because like I said before, in order to keep a storyline going, if it seems to be needed in the season, okay, we're going to see constant conflict between these two characters. Or should I say these three characters, Dime, Amp, and Big D. Because, Big D is like a big fish in the water. He's waiting for Amp to throw the bait so he could just take it. And yes, we can see that Amp, he tries to hold his composure as much as he can, but I don't think he can do this any longer, especially that Dime and him are not seeing eye to eye right now. Now, Amp, he really needs to listen to El Fuego when they had that conversation and just focus on himself. Focus on getting better for himself, because he actually has a problem for real. And let me say this, if any man or any woman that is watching this episode and the episodes prior seeing how the behavior is of a person that is going through something like this, you may see yourself in a situation like this, maybe, or someone you know closely. You may want to reevaluate or support the person to help reevaluate themselves, and get some help, because, it is a real thing and it could cause someone to actually harm someone. We know this is TV, but people are like this in real life. They become obsessed with people, and they do things that are not out of, basically are out of character, and sometimes do things just to please themselves making it, all about them instead of looking at the whole picture and seeing how it is for the other person that's involved as well. Now, when it comes to Amp and El Fuego's conversation that they were having while Amp and was getting out his stress at the gym, it becomes a pivotal point here. Now, with when it comes to El Fuego, he's looked like he's serving as Amp's support system. Fuego finds, he provides a valuable lesson actually about personal growth, that Amp should not solely be, motivated by external factors, especially like relationships, despite that Big D as a potential threat. Amp, he strives to be the bigger person and avoid further trouble. But let me say this. Let this be also a lesson. Relationships come and go, and it could be very hard to let go, especially if you have invested a lot of time into a person and into the relationship. But if you're wanting that person back and you think you may have a little chance to rekindle that relationship, it is best to work on yourself and love yourself first, because you cannot truly love someone else until you can love yourself. And that's real talk, for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to focus on you for a minute and, give yourself some time to get to learn who you are as a person, so that you can work on being a better version of yourself. And especially if a relationship is not working out, you just gotta find a way to kind of really focus on you. Get busy. Don't sit around and just watch TV all day and eat sweets and or do whatever like that. Just find a way to really get yourself busy and start improving your life. Let this be a learning lesson for in real life. You know what I'm saying? Because life be life, and relationships be relationshiping. So you gotta make sure you just focus on yourself. Even if you are in a relationship with someone, it can be easy to lose yourself, and you just want to get back on track and getting yourself back on point, because that's the worst things you can do is to lose who you are as a person, and then people take advantage of you. So just focus on you. Let me get off my soapbox. Okay, let's get back to the episode here. Meanwhile, the dynamics between Doc and Detective Davis takes an intriguing turn, becoming increasingly saucy, I may say, despite Midnight. Despite Midnight, he was warning Doc about, falling in love with Detective Davis. And, but you see, there's a growing sense of emotions that maybe complicate their professional arrangement here, especially given that Detective Davis has an attractive and a professional demeanor, and so is Doc. They both are attractive people. Like, just let's be real here, okay? But and they both really don't have no relationships for real, so I guess they kind of like trauma bombing, whatever. And anyway, Detective Davis increasingly, her involvement in the civilian life raises questions about her true agenda, particularly concerning Doc. Now, Madam, she catches wind of their connection, leaving Doc in a precarious situation where she had to bring him in and talk to him and say, "What's up? What you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And cut that short. Now, Davis faces Madam's wrath and potentially, a fallout from her actions. And Madam had to have a little talk with Detective Davis about her closeness with Doc and how her services is no longer needed. Okay, which is bad for your girl. So she sent her on her little merry way. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, but Detective Davis, she seems so much happier as a downgraded detective, so to speak. She definitely getting her civilian on, and all up in the club like that. Like, where did we do that at? And I never seen her this happy on any of the seasons until she started having relations with Doc. So what y'all think? Y'all agree? Y'all agree with that? Because that's just she's just real happy. I'm just saying. And Madam, she just took that right away from her. While she was getting happy, she was like so happy, and she was getting money, and having relations with Doc whenever she felt like it. And Madam just said, nope, it's done deal. But I got a funny feeling that Doc and Detective Davis is gonna still keep that on the low. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but it can't be good if Madam finds out about it. I don't know, unless she wants to use it in some kind of way. Again, I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. So let's get back to Trouble and Champ. Now, these two successfully executed their mission to rob a stash house that Champ so desperately wanted to do. But a significant twist occurs when Trouble loses her necklace, potentially leading to their identification. Now, we have speculation that the stash house may belong to Madam, setting the stage for a potential conflict where Trouble and Champ's their fate hangs in the balance. So we're not sure who is going to make out on this one. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta keep watching and see how this play out. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but I'm here for it. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know why Rayshawn felt the need to pop up over Champ House to meet up with Trouble and Champ. I mean, he really think that these two have his best interest. Now, he just don't know they actually snitched on him. I'm pretty sure he's going to find out soon, though. But Trouble, she tried to keep it on under the wraps and tried to talk around it, as she didn't say anything, like she just was like, I'm going to keep this on the down low. I ain't going to say nothing. She's trying to sugarcoat everything, caught herself a little bit. But we know what's going on. Rayshawn don't know yet, but we know what's going on. And Rayshawn is just so lost, especially with this situation. He had to get out of his mind that he is responsible for Tandy's husband, because I'm pretty sure, like we said before, of course we know it wasn't him that took Tandy's husband out. We know he just basically assaulted him really bad, but we knew that he didn't really take him out, and was still speculations on how the man passed away. And we are thinking it could be Tandy or DA Rods. We may be surprised. It may not be either one of them. I'm wondering how the writers are going to work that in. Now, what I wish they did with this episode was keep the storyline going, because last week, they actually brought up the fact that Madam was able to see some hospital footage from the surveillance camera, but they seem to not correlate that with the storyline in this episode for some reason. So, it may be something like, just dragging this part out. I don't know why it's being dragged out. The only thing that I can guess is that they have to do some more work behind, Rayshawn, maybe Trouble and Champ. I'm not sure. Or maybe they may bring more and bring that part about the hospital in a later episode when Tandy is supposed to be elected, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they're going to probably bring it around that. So kind of correlated with maybe exposing who actually did take Tandy's husband out. So that might be why this is was removed from this episode for this week. Hoping they'll bring it back next week so people won't forget that part existed, because we definitely saw it. And I know it's more to that story. So it's just little seeds that's planted all through the season, and sometimes they do that. And And, tensions rise as, Tandy, she meets DA Rods, who appears uneasy due to Tandy's delayed responses when she was trying to reach out to her and everything. But Tandy suggested that they lay low as Madam grows her suspicions. Although, it seems that Tandy is working closely with Madam. DA Rods became more visibly concerned about the unfolding situation. Now it looks like Tandy is warning DA Rods about, about everything. But my thoughts are, that she's thinking, she is hoping that DA Rods catch on and put a stop to whatever plans that they had already in place for that election. So I'm kind of leaning towards that Tandy is going to actually work with Madam over DA Rods, but we'll have to see, because Tandy got some things, and we all been seeing these for the last couple episodes. Tandy got some things up her sleeve, and it's I don't know what's going on. I don't know, really, is she really, whose side is she really on? I don't know. It's crazy, because like I said, I'm leaning towards her being on Madam's side, because she understands the power that Madam has for that city. But you just never know, because we don't know what the plans are. And I don't really think that so much the plans are too much important at this point of the story for us to really worry about. But I do feel that, it's really about who she's going to side with. And if she does side with either one, she may put it in play where they both lose, who knows what Tandy's got up her sleeve. But anyway, who y'all think snatched up Trouble and Champ? And do you think that Detective Davis and Doc is going to be able to stay away from each other? Leave y'all comments so we can get some combo going on up in here. All right, y'all. I have covered pretty much of episode 15. And if y'all enjoyed this recap, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe real quick, real fast to my channel for more content like this. Your support means a lot to me, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And remember, you are the architect of your success. Stay blessed.